Patrick Saunders. Patrick, go ahead.
For you. First part, you had mentioned to us, I don't know, within the last couple of weeks, that one of the things you wanted to do this year was have fun. So the first question is, how much fun are you having through the first two starts? And then my second question to you is, can you compare the pitcher you were today versus the pitcher you were way back in 2016 when you dominated the Padres on that complete game shutout and struck out 16 at Coors Field?
Well, for one, I had a lot more fun this year. I'm not letting things kill me. Like, yeah, I'll have, I'll give a hit I shouldn't, or leave the ball over the plate, and I'll be kind of sick for a second, but it's not something that like hangs on, and you don't have to dwell on that. So I'm having a good time of just competing and doing my best each time. I think that's kind of the mindset you gotta have, is just doing your best each pitch, and and enjoying baseball no matter results. So I think it's been a good start to the year in terms of having fun and just playing loose. But as comparing myself to a pitcher from 4 or 5 years ago, everything looks different if you look at it. The delivery, pitch usage. I was very fastball slider heavy in the beginning, and now I'm working in changeups more often, and even flipping in a curveball there, here and there. So it's things definitely look different, but I feel more of a complete pitcher now.
I'll go to Thomas Harding.
Jon, we talked a lot last year and into this year where when you didn't have the top end velocity, it was really hard to get through an outing for you. Today, you did get in up close to 95, but I think today was the lowest average of any start of your career. How much of that was on purpose, and how much of that shows that you don't have to be throwing 96 to be effective?
Yeah, I was at a point where we kind of struggled with command early on, and I backed off a little bit and tried to hit some spots, but still, like I had a little trouble to do fastball command. But I still feel like we threw it well when we needed it to be up. Generally, it was up. When we needed it to be down, it was down. And it was just another mix in there just to get the hitter to swing early, because the changeup and the slider were working really well. So, and I'm really thankful to be in that position, because a couple years ago, I don't think I was that kind of guy that could mix to, I guess, save himself with the stuff that's great.
Yeah, I'm wondering, what did you do this spring to kind of get to the point that you were good with it if you didn't throw 96? Was there anything you did either in the spring or in the off season where, hey, it's okay if I don't do it?
I think the biggest factor has been just getting the ball out on time. Gotten really, I guess, good at that in my delivery, getting the ball out on time, not being late, not wasting pitches. So I think that's where a lot of the credit belongs.
Today also, it's an aggressive team. Did you go into it thinking that you would need a lot of off speed against Arizona? Because every pitcher that pitched in this series threw more breaking balls than fastballs.
I did, yeah. That was part of the plan, is to generally just have a good mix going. But yeah, we were going to stay heavy on the spin today and use plenty of changeups. We know they get the fastball pretty well.
I'm going to go to Nick Groke. We have a lot of questions here, and we got to get going. So, Nick, go ahead. Nick, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
We got you.
Jon, I'm always fascinated by when a pitcher feels like a good day came together. Sometimes pitchers, have a really good pregame, but then they don't feel good in the game. For a good day like today for you, like, did you wake up this morning feeling really good? Did it come together at some point during the game when you're like, it's on? Or, when did you know that you were on?
I actually woke up feeling pretty terrible today. Didn't feel good in my bullpen before the game. I can just tell it was there. I wasn't going to be able to throw very hard, but even in the bullpen, I was yanking balls left, like just the whole time. My first 20 pitches probably. So the first inning was kind of like a warm up too, like getting back into, like, got to find the strike zone, get the ball down. There was a lot of stuff to correct early, but we attacked. We didn't go away from guys. We didn't get behind and fall away and let people walk on. So I think the attack kind of held us in it for a while until we had the feel for everything, and then we kind of cruised.
So are you in your head, are you trying to correct yourself, or do those things just kind of work out as you go through a game?
They kind of work themselves out, and I think in the second inning, after the first one, I started to get more feel, especially for the off speed. And I was able to get my fastball in the zone, even though it wasn't really located very well. It was still in the general area I wanted it, so I think it served its purpose.
Awesome, cool, thank you.
Mike Kelly?
Yeah, John, you had 83 pitches through 6 innings. Was that on your mind that maybe the pitch count might get you before the Diamondbacks?
Yeah, I knew it was a little high. I had a couple of walks there, but I still thought there's still a good chance to at least go 8. So that's what I was shooting for. But yeah, I let those 2 guys get on early on in the 6th or 7th, sorry, and kind of shut it down early. But that's something to work for. I think next time I get in that situation, I'll be really bearing down for it.
Thanks.
Danielle Allentuck?
Hi, John. Any issues with cramping today? And did you eat your bananas?
I did eat some bananas today. I had like a banana peanut butter sandwich. It was great. And yeah, plenty of liquids, even ate a little snack in the dugout. So I think we took care of that problem. It wasn't an issue today.
Yeah, John, I had a question. Do you feel any better now than you did before your first game? Have these 2 games affected the way you're feeling about yourself right now? Or did you feel that going into the season and you're staying pretty steady?
I felt like I didn't feel as good this time as last, but it does make me feel very confident to be able to work through it and use other things, not rely on a fast fastball that's hitting the spot every time. So I think that's really good, and yeah, I think that's showing a little bit of growth. I think that's something I haven't had for a while. So I think it's something to hold the air. It's nice.
And when you've got a game like today where you felt going into it, you said like you wouldn't be able to throw as hard as you wanted, so you were resourceful and found other ways. Does the success with that give you a different approach your next time out, that even if you've got that power back, you want to take a different perspective on it?
Yeah, for sure. It makes me feel that, yeah, like if I don't have my great stuff, I can still keep us in the ballgame. I can keep them 5 runs or less at least. So I think that we can definitely work out of some spots. And I can tell hitters like swings are a little different now that I've been using the changeup more. So I think things are playing well off each other.
And if I can get one more in, I just wanted to ask you about Daniel Bard. Do you see him pretty much picking up where he left off last year, or has he elevated his game even beyond that?
That's a tough one. From what I've seen, it looks just as electric as ever, but there's no telling what he's kind of holding back or storing in there. He might have 101 in there. Who knows?
All right, we got time for 3 more. Larry Patrick, then Tracy, and then Patrick Saunders. Larry, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, John. Last season, it seemed like you and the other starters were pitching really good ball games, but you were losing because the offense wasn't there. How much more fun and at ease can you be when you get some runs to work with?
Yeah, today was a perfect example of like just having that, like no worry, just pitching. You're getting to get into a zone and you pitch because you're up by 4 or 5 runs. It's great. It's a great feeling as a starter, and everything's on you from there on out, and you have a lot of cushion. So it's just kind of attack and see how well you can do.
Are you and the pitchers kind of pushing each other as far as wanting to keep doing well?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. It's like an unspoken competition we have going on. Everybody wants to outdo the guy before. So, if you get Marky punching out 8, like you better believe that a few of us are going to try to go punch out 9 the next night. So it's a lot of fun, and it makes us better.
Tracy?
Joe, when you came out of Oklahoma, you were obviously a power guy, threw hard, didn't have a 4-pitch mix. At what point did you finally become convinced that, yeah, they're right, I have to be more than just a power guy?
pretty early on in MLB, I would say probably 2017, 18. In 16, I was very slider, fastball heavy, occasional curveball, maybe like 5%. But yeah, like I lived off those two things. Now, like I feel like the development's gotten a lot better, and this is probably the first year I felt really, really good with my changeup. So I think we've added another weapon.
And the changeup, you've realized just how big a changeup makes, even though it's off speed.
Yeah, and it's always been good when it works, but the problem is always I didn't know how to make it work every time. Now I've got a better idea of how to make it fall out every time. It doesn't end up as an 86 mile per hour fastball. I think it's blasted, so it has its purpose now.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Patrick, wrap us up.
Comment on how you worked in tandem with Dom Nunez behind the plate today. Buddy mentioned that he thought your game plan between the two of you was executed really well.
Yeah, Dom, he's great. He's great back there. Really, like studies the lineup really well. And when we talk about the lineup before the game, he puts everything really simple. Hey, if you just put a slider down to this guy, we got a ground ball easy. And when they I guess speak like that, I don't know, it just brings you a lot of confidence. It just makes you realize how easy it is and not giving the hitter too much credit.